Hello students, I am Mahima Laharia. Welcome to my YouTube channel Pacific Chemistry Classes. Students, today we are going to start our new concept, that is the matter in our surroundings. And we can say that whenever we are looking to our surroundings, we see a large variety of the things with the different shapes, sizes and textures. Everything in this universe is made up of material, which the scientists have named as matter. So what is this matter? Means what the food we eat, what the air we breathe, the stones, the clouds, the stars, the plants, animals, every small drop of water, everything is made up of matter. So many scientists from the earlier days has tried to classify this our matter, means matter हमारा किससे मिलकर बना है. So we can just say that the different concept. तो Indian philosophers ने हमारा जो matter है, they classified the matter that is being made up of 5 elements. What are these 5 elements? That is air, water, sky, fire and earth. उन्होंने बोला हमारा जो मैटर है वो 5 एलिमेंट से मिलके बना होता है एंड वी आर सेइंग दिस 5 एलिमेंट्स एज अ पंच तत्व. और इन हिंदी दिस पंच तत्व आर टर्म्ड एज अग्नि, जल, वायु, आकाश एंड पृथ्वी. आपने अपने पेरेंट्स और अपने सेंट्स लोगों से सुना होगा हमारा जो शरीर होता है वो भी पंच तत्व से मिलके बना होता है. सिमिलरली द थेल्स in 640 and to 546 BC around he told that all the things means all the matter arises from water, means सब कुछ पानी से बना हुआ है. Similarly the Greek, हमारा जो ग्रीक philosophers थे उन्होंने क्या बोला, हमारा जो मैटर है इट इज मेड अप ऑफ 4 बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक, फायर, वाटर, एयर एंड अर्थ. दे हैव नॉट कंसिडर्ड आवर स्काई इन दिस मैटर कंसेप्ट. Similarly, our Indian philosophers says that our matter is made up of 5 elements, that is our air, water, sky, fire and earth. And सबसे पहले हमारे महर्षि कणद, he was the first to suggest that matter is made up of very small particles, tiny particles which are known as अणु. And these अणु are made up of परमाणु, मीन्स तो हमारे छोटे छोटे परमाणु मिलकर एक अणु बनाते हैं. इन इंग्लिश व्हाट वी आर सेइंग दिस अणु एज मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड द परमाणु एज atoms. So from where this term atom came, so this is given by our Greek thinker Democritus. He named the atoms, it's derived means he has given the term atoms for the parmanu, and this is derived from a Greek word atomos, which meaning uncut. So we can just say that our matter is composed of very small tiny particles which are known as our anu, and these anu are made up of परमाणुस. So now I hope you have one idea. कोई भी हमारा मैटर होता है वो किससे बना होता है, small particles which are termed as our atoms, and many atoms combine to make a molecules. So we have to learn the classification of the matter in our this chapter. I hope the basic concept आपको clear होना चाहिए ना. हमारा matter basically 5 elements से मिलके बना होता है, that is our air, water, sky, fire and earth. Now let us see the details of the nature of the matter. Now say that the chemistry is branch of science concerned with the study of matter. As we can say that everything in this universe is made up of material. है ना, यूनिवर्स में जो भी हम देखते हैं everything means if we see the rocks, stones, water, air, all these हमको लगता है ना they are made up of some material. So in science we say them as matter. In the language of science all these materials are known as our matter, and matter can be defined as anything which occupies space, which has mass and may be felt by our senses. Which has space, which occupies space, which has some mass and it can be felt by our senses. So we can define the matter as, it is defined as something which occupies space, which has mass and can be felt by our senses. For example, if we see the book, we can touch the book and it occupies some space, it has some mass and it can be touched by our hands or we can feel by our senses. Similarly, air. You can just see that the air occupies space, it has mass and it can also be felt by our senses. And similarly paper, pen, all these are the examples of our matter. And we can also say that some phenomena like our heat, electricity, magnetism, vacuum, sound, shadow, all these are not considered to be the matter because they have no mass, nor do they occupy space. All these are the forms of energies. We know heat is a form of energy, light is a form of energy, electricity is a form of energy, magnetism is a form of energy, but all these not are the examples of the matter as they do not have the mass and they do not occupy the space. These are the just form of the energies. So we can define the matter once again as the matter is something which occupies a space, which has mass and can be felt by our senses. Now we can see the physical nature of the matter. So the matter is made up of particles. Means every matter is made up of different types of the particles. Particles which make up the matter are constantly moving. Means suppose if we can take the example of air, it is made up of particles, and the particles which make the air, they are constantly in the random motions. We will see the details, some experiments. The particles which make up the matter are atoms and molecules. So these particles are termed as atoms or the molecules. So we will have the look on the details of the atoms and the molecules, and the particles which make up the matter are atoms and the molecules. What are the evidences which shows the presence of particles in the matter? So let us see one experiment which will show the matter is made up of particles. For example, we have taken our water in a beaker and we will mix some sugar to it. Then what happens when we will mix the sugar? We will dissolve it with the help of a glass rod, and when all the sugar particles get dissolved in it, what we observe in both the beaker, the level does not rise. This means the volume of the water remains the same. Then where does the sugar particles went? So the answer is the sugar particles occupy the vacant space which is present between the water molecules. So now let us see, when we add sugar in water, it disappeared, but the volume or the level of the liquid does not change because the matter is not continuous. It is made up of particles. Means matter is not continuous means हम अगर देखते हैं, for example, if it is like a wooden block होता है ना, तो this is a continuous. अगर हम if we will put this wooden block in the water, then what will happen? The water level will rise because it cannot mix with the water. But when we are mixing the sugar, it contains large number of tiny particles, so it will get dissolved in it and it will occupy the vacant space between the particles of the water. So we can say that any matter, it is made up of particles. Now let us talk about the characteristics of the particles of the matter. As we discussed that there is matter is made up of particles. So what are the characteristics of these particles? So first characteristics, the particles of the matter are very, very small. The particles of the matter have space between them. The particles of the matter are constantly moving, and the particles of the matter attract each other. So what are the four main points? The characteristics of the particles of matter are, the matter are made up of very small particles. The particles of matter have space between them. The particles of the matter are constantly moving, and the particles of the matter attract each other. We will discuss these 4 points. Let us talk about the main characteristics of the particles of the matter in the detail. So first characteristic says that the particles of the matter are very, very small. We can see this with the help of experiment of the potassium permanganate and the water. So we know that the potassium permanganate is a dark pink color crystal. So when we will take 2-3 crystals of the potassium permanganate and we will dissolve these crystals in 100 ml water. So what happens? When we will add this in the water, the color of the solution will become dark pink. So consequently we will take 90 ml water in the different beakers, and we will just take this 10 ml solution of the dark potassium permanganate solution and we will add in another second beaker. So the color will turn to the pink. Now again we will take the 10 ml of this potassium permanganate solution and we will add in the another 190 ml of the water. So it will again become light pink. And further we will take again 10 ml of this potassium permanganate solution and add in the 90 ml of the water. So what happens? The color is changing from dark pink to light pink. You can see the color in this beaker, but still the color is there. Means, so what we want to conclude from this experiment, the particles of the matter are very very small. Means we are going on diluting the solution, but the color is still there. Means they are very very small कि आप कितना भी उसको dilute कर देंगे, but the solution will have the pinkish tone. So we can say that how small are our particles of the matter. With every dilution the color becomes light and it is still visible. And एक experiment और कर सकते हैं हम. If we are taking the Dettol, है ना, तो पहले अगर हमने suppose करिए हमने 1 cap Dettol dissolve कर दिया है ना 1 bucket water में, लेकिन हम dilute करते जाएंगे, but you will have the smell of the Dettol, है ना, आपको बहुत देर तक Dettol का smell आएगा. Means the particles of the Dettols are already mixed in the water, so it will give you the small. As we can say that the particles of the matter are very very small and we can just say that they are beyond our imagination. मतलब वो इतने छोटे होते हैं कि आप उनको imagine नहीं कर सकते हैं. Now let us talk about the second point. See, the second characteristics is the particles of the matter have the space between them. To explain this point, again we can take the example that we can take some 50 ml of the water in a beaker and we can add sugar or the salt. So when we will add the sugar or the salt, the level of the water will not change. Means the red line you can see now, the next beaker also, it will remain the same. What happens here, when we are mixing the sugar or the salt to the water solution, what happens that the particles occupy the vacant space between the water molecules. So we can say that the particles of the matter have a space between them. Already I discussed in the evidences that the matter is having the particles. So now let us see the second point. The particles of the matter are at the constant random motion. So to explain this point, particles of the matter are at the constant random motion means they are moving in the randomly. So we can explain this point with the help of our Brownian movement on the diffusions. So to explain this, we can take the experiment of the movement of the pollen grains in the water. So we can say that the best evidences for the existence and the movement of the particles in the liquid was given by the Robert Brown in 1827. And what he has done, he suspended some pollen grains in the water and looked into the water through the microscope. And what he noticed that the pollen grains were moving rapidly through the water in irregular manner, or we can say that the zigzag motion of the particles is known as the Brownian motion. What happens when the pollen grains are suspended in the water? What he noticed, Robert Brown in 1827 does this experiment, and what he noticed that the pollen grains are moving in a random manner in the when they are observed in the microscope. So students, I hope you all are knowing what are the pollen grains. So pollen grains are the very small, means we can powdery substance which is discharged from the male part of the flower, and just we know this help in the pollination and all. So what we can say that the pollen grains, when they move on the surface of the water, because they are constantly being hit by the fast moving particles of the water. आपको समझ में आ रहा है, जब water के ऊपर हमने pollen grains का movement observe किया तो ये कैसे move हो रहे थे? Because the water particles are moving, so these pollen grains are also getting hit by the movement of the fast moving particles of the water. So as a result of this, there is observation of the zigzag motion of the particles, which is known as the Brownian motion. This zigzag motion or the irregular motion, random motion of the particles is known as the Brownian motion. As it was first studied by the Robert Brown in 1827, the name is the Brownian movement. So student, one more important thing is there. If we increase the temperature, the Brownian motion also increases. Means अगर हमने normal temperature की जगह, if the water temperature is raised to the, means temperature बढ़ा दिया, hot water ले लिया, so the movement will be very very fast. The motion will be very fast. It means that the Brownian motion increases if the temperature increases. So I hope this is clear. What is the Brownian motion? It is a simple zigzag motion of the particles. So we can say sometimes when a beam of light enters in a room, we see the dust particles suspended in the air which are moving rapidly in a very random way. Means कभी कभी हम देखते हैं ना बहुत तेज धूप आ रही होती है रूम में, सनलाइट आ रही होती है, and we observe that carefully. तो dust particles we can see with our eyes also, na? So these are also an example of the Brownian motion in the gases. So what we can conclude that with the help of the Brownian motion, that matter is made up of tiny particles and the particles of matter are constantly moving. The particles of matter are in the constantly motion. They are always moving. So I hope आपको समझ में आया. Brownian motion is a very important topic और exam में direct question भी आता है. So you understand this concept very nicely, and if you want to take a screenshot, and you can take the screenshot. One more important property which can explain that the particle of the matter are constantly moving is the diffusion. Students, what is diffusion? We already see many examples in our daily life. Diffusion can be defined as the intermixing of the particles of the two different types of the matter on their own is called as diffusion. Means it is just intermixing of the particles of the two different types of matter automatically. So we can just see the example first. If we open a perfume bottle in a room, so what happens? Automatically the particles of the perfume will spread in the whole room and the particles of the perfume will get diffused in the air. So automatically the whole room will be smelling just like the perfume smell. So we can say that the diffusion explains how the particles of the matter are moving constantly. And आप घर में भी देखते हैं, हम अगरबत्ती जलाते हैं ना भगवान को, तो उसका जो धुआं होता है पूरे में स्प्रेड हो जाता है, and you can feel the fragrance of that particular incense stick. So now second example of the diffusion, we can have taken one bromine liquid, and that is, we all know that the bromine liquid is red brown in color. So we have taken it in one jar, and हमने क्या किया, उसके ऊपर एक और jar invert कर दिया cover, and that is filled with the color air. So air is almost colorless. So what happens after some time, हम क्या देखेंगे, जो हमारा bromine liquid होता है उसका जो vapors होगा वो सारा हमारा एयर के साथ एयर में डिफ्यूज हो जाएगा, एंड द कलर ऑफ द एयर विल टर्न टू द रेड ब्राउन. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो सिंपल एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द डिफ्यूजन, दैट द ब्रोमीन वेपर्स आर डिफ्यूज्ड into the air and the whole air get turned to the our red brown color. So experiment 2 we can write in this manner. We take a jar which is full of bromine vapors and invert another gas jar containing air over it. Then after some time the red brown vapors of the bromine spread out into the upper gas jar containing the air, and it also turns to the red brown in color. So these are the two simple example, and you can write more example like perfume, and our I told you agarbatti का example दे सकते हैं, and sometimes the gas of the cylinder leaks, LPG, तो फटाफट diffuse हो जाती है air में और हमको, and we feel the smell of the air, है ना, we ask our mother, mama some gas is leaking, so just that is an example of a diffusion only, and just we can say then conclusion that this mixing is due to the diffusion of the bromine vapors, and the particles of the matter possesses the kinetic energy, and so they are constantly moving. Why these particles are moving? Because they possess the kinetic energy, means the energy of the motion, and as the temperature increases the motion also increases, the motion of the particle also increases. So we can explain the particles of the matter constantly moving with the example of the diffusion also and the Brownian moment also. So the fourth important characteristics of the particles of the matter is that the particles of the matter attract each other. And students, we all know that how they attract each other, because definitely there will be some forces of attraction between them. So the force keep the particles together. So we can say that we have already heard that solid liquid gases, there are force of attraction. In the solid, the forces of attraction is more than it is weaker in liquid, and it is very less in our gases. We will study this in the classification of the matter about solid liquid gas. Here we have to stuck to our topic that which type of the force acts between the particles of the matter. So we can say that the force of attraction can be divided into two categories, that is the cohesive forces and adhesive forces. If the force of attraction between the particles of the same substance occurs. So that force is known as cohesive. So, or we can say that the force of attraction between the particles of the same substance is known as cohesion. And the force of attraction is different for the different types of the particles. And if the force of attraction takes place between the particles of the different substance, that is known as the adhesive forces. Now we can just say the examples. If we have taken our chalk, ice cube and an iron nail and we are beating them with hammer, so what will happen? The chalk particle will break within seconds, ice cube को थोड़ा time लगेगा, but the nail will not get. Iron का जो nail रहेगा वो बहुत जल्दी से break नहीं होगा. Why? Because this force of attraction are very weaker in the chalk and they are little bit in the ice cube, and they are very strong in the case of the iron. So the students, we can say that this shows that the force of attraction do vary from particles to the particles of the different substance, as it is least in the piece of the chalk and maximum in the case of the iron nail. And we can also say that the force of attraction between the particle is very strong, then the substance is known as our rigid, means it is unbending or inflexible. We can say that our solids are in this category. Solid is a rigid form of the matter. Which type of the substance is solid? It is the rigid form of the. If the force of attraction between the particles is very strong, the substance is said to be rigid, means unbending or inflexible. We can say that our solid are the rigid form of the matter. And similarly, now we can say that if the force of attraction in the particles are weak, if the force of attraction between the particles are weak, then the materials are said to be the fluid. And a material which can easily flow, just like our water, milk or any liquid. So the gas is a fluid which fills the entire container. So we can say that our liquids and the gases are in the category of the fluid. So just about the characteristics of the matter, this is sufficient, and I hope you are able to understand the concept. If you are having any queries, you can just write in the comment box. And I will just share my mail ID, so you can just ask any questions, and I hope I can continue this chapter in the next video. Thanks. If you like my video, please share with your friends. Thank you.